I just wanted to share some thoughts I had recently. This video is for the working class person. It's not for someone that's had a silver spoon or been born into money. It's for the person that's actually a working class person in the UK. I've been thinking a lot lately that in 2024, if you don't live your life a certain way, you're just going to struggle. If you're not clued up on finances, if you're not putting money aside, if you're not calculating your bills, how much pay goes towards your bills and how much pay you have left over. If you're not doing these sort of things like this, like sort of basic financial literacy, if you don't know what an ISA is, if you don't know what inflation is, if you just don't have a clue about finances, you're really going to struggle. Um, and this isn't to put anyone down, but people need to know about these things. People need to know how to budget, how to put money aside. You know, especially with the cost of living and things like that. Everything is getting more expensive. Wages are just staying the same. It's not falling in line with the increase in price of everything else. Um, you know, this is like the base sort of thing that people need to do every time they get paid. And if you don't, you're just going to struggle. That's what only one part of it. The other part of it is just job security. Like, you need to make sure that you're getting the most money that you sort of can in your industry. Like, if you work in customer service for a bank, try and get upskilled in your free time. Try and find something that you can do. For example, financial advisor. You could always study for that in your free time. Mortgage advisor. Try and get upskilled within the company, within the trade that you're in. If you're a chef, try and become a head chef. So these are just examples, but you need to be making the most money you sort of can, to make your life better as well. Another thing is, you have to look at your sort of situation, where you want to be in life. Like, if you want to be on the property ladder, what is that going to take? What deposit are you going to have to save up for to make it on the property ladder? If you're unable to do that in your area, like if you live in a very expensive area like London or a big city, you have to sort of go over your options. Do you want to rent forever? Do you want to move location to a cheaper area like Northeast? You really have to think about these things, what sort of future you want for yourself. I just feel like if you're not on top of it in 2024, if you're not sort of with your finances, with your health, with your mental health, with even relationships, you're really going to struggle. It's not like it was 10 years ago where you can just have some 9 to 5, work in some sort of minimum wage job, have a laugh with your friends on the weekend, and everything's like hunky dory. It doesn't cut it anymore. Anyone that's sort of living in that way on like a minimum wage job, paycheck to paycheck, they're not putting any thought into their finances or their future, their health. They're just going to suffer greatly. They're going to be depressed. They're going to have loads of mental health issues and physical health issues. I've seen this time and time again with people that are living in this way. They're not going to have a good life. They're going to have a depressing life. So the things I'm talking about, this is like the baseline of just having a decent existence in England. Like, I'm not talking about you're going to wake up happy every day and everything's amazing. I'm talking about this is what you have to do to literally, have a decent sort of life for yourself. Like, there's no other option. When it comes to health as well, you need energy. So you need to be taking vitamins every day. I can put a list of sort of the vitamins that I take on a daily basis in the comments below. But life is going to throw curveballs at you. You know, things are going to happen, and if you don't have the energy to deal with that physically and mentally, you're just going to struggle. You know, so that is a top priority as well. Is physical health. You don't have to be Arnold Schwarzenegger in the gym all the time, but just taking care of yourself, making sure you've got the right vitamins. That goes a long way. Physical health and mental health. So we sort of covered that, and I just want to move on to something else that's sort of very important in life. Is what I've found is everyone needs an escape. So people that are just, working all the time, and then they've got responsibilities, and they're not ever doing anything for themselves, that sort of will take a massive toll on you, especially your mental health and even physical health, and you'll just feel like shit. You'll just feel horrible. Everyone needs an escape. Anyone I've ever spoke to, of any sort of personality, any sort of happiness about them, has some form of escape. This could be reading, this could be video games, this could be watching TV, this could be, a martial arts, jiu-jitsu, weightlifting, the gym, anything that you use as sort of an escape, like a hobby that you have. And I'm not talking about doing this multiple times a day, because people have other responsibilities, more important things to do, but you still need that time for yourself to do these sort of things. That's just like very important. So that's all I have for now. I just wanted to give my thoughts on that, because I see a lot of people that they're not paying attention to their financial situation, their career situation, their housing situation. They don't know why things are the way they are in this country. They've not even bothered to look into it. They don't know how money works. They don't know sort of anything about that. And I know it's a really boring topic. It's not very interesting, but you need to know how sort of the country runs and how things work to get a better understanding for yourself. Things are just going to keep getting harder for the average person. The rich will just keep getting richer. The poor will just keep getting poorer. So any advantage you can have in 2024, you need to take it. If you don't drive, learn how to drive. So then that will give you an advantage in looking for another job. You've always got that option. You've always got sort of a safety net. Try your best to save money if you can until you're happy with a figure that you have. That's sort of for rainy day funds. As I said, take care of yourself, your health, your physical health. Build relationships, make sure you have a good relationship with whoever it is you want to be, girlfriend, wife, whoever it is. Make sure you have good family close. If you don't have good family, make sure you find good friends. That's important. You need people around you. And yeah, I just thought I'd give my thoughts, because I see a lot of people today and they're just completely aimless. They just seem depressed. They're working these 9-to-5 jobs on low pay. They've just got no ambition. They've got nothing for themselves. Their personal life isn't very good. The housing situation is very poor, and they're not doing anything to change it. The people need to take responsibility for their lives, because you can either live a very grim existence, which a lot of people do, or you can live a pretty decent, good existence in most people's eyes. And you don't have to be the smartest person in the world. You don't have to be anything, but just putting in the effort, and that's it. So yeah, thanks for listening.